Hello everyone, welcome back to English class. Today we are going to start one new poem and the poem name is Rain on the Roof. It is composed by Cole Skinney. Let me tell you a few lines about the poet. Cole Skinney was an American poet. He was not only a poet, he was also a lawyer, politician as well as a journalist. He was born on 24th November 1826 and died on 25th January 1904. You must have experienced rain falling onto the roof of your house when the sky is covered with thick dark clouds. It gives you fun. What thought flashed through your mind? And read the poem, how the poet reacts to the rain and what imagination and the memories come to his mind. So basically, as the title suggests us, this poem is all about the rain. The miracle or the power of rain. In this poem, basically, the poet talks about a rainy night. Whenever he listens, the patter of the raindrop, the sound of the raindrops, so many imaginations, so many sweet memories start taking place in his mind. The sound of the falling raindrops reminds him so many best memories, sweet memories associated with his childhood. And that is why he loved to listen the patter of the falling raindrop onto his house roof. We also like very much to listen the patter sound, tip, 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 patter sound created by the falling raindrops onto the roof. So tell me frankly, what imaginations comes in your mind? You would have different experiences. You would have different memories associated with the raindrops. So let's read the poem and try to understand what memories are associated and what imaginations come in the mind of the poet whenever he listens the patters of the falling raindrop onto his roof. So at first we will read the stanza, then I will give you difficult words and their meaning, and then last I will give you explanation stanza wise. Let's read. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry sphere, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears, what a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So this is the first stanza. At first, see the difficult words given in this stanza and their meaning. Here, first difficult word is humid. Humid means what? Something which is full of moisture. Next one is hover. Hover means what? To move around something. Here, we are talking about the movement of the dark clouds in the sky. Now, starry spheres. Starry spheres refers here to the sky full of stars. Now the next one is melancholy. That means sad, upset. Now the next one is what? Bliss. What is bliss? Happiness, blessings, lucky. Cottage chamber bed. That means this refers to the bedroom of the poet. Now try to understand the meaning of this first stanza. What does the poet want to convey over here? When the humid shadows over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. So basically, in this stanza, the poet is talking about a rainy night. What happens whenever the clouds becomes full of moisture. It becomes heavy and it starts raining. So the poet wants to say here that when the humid shadows hover, when the cloud which is full of moisture moves here and there in the sky, over all the starry spheres and the melancholy darkness. When the cloud, which is very dark, full of moisture, moves here and there in the sky, over all the starry spheres. That means, when the dark clouds moves in the sky, it covers the entire sky which was earlier full of sky. And when the dark clouds covers everything, it becomes what? Everywhere darkness. And this situation seems very sad to the poet at the first moment. Gently weeps in rainy tears. And it seems to the poet that the cloud is crying, the sky is crying, and rolling tears in the form of raindrops. Here, the poet compares the raindrop with the tears. So the poet says that when there is darkness everywhere, it creates a kind of shadows everywhere. And the night looks very much sad, upset. And the cloud starts crying, starts weeping. And that is why tears start coming down to the earth from the sky. So he is comparing the raindrops to the tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. The next moment, at first he talked about the darkness of the sky and the tears. The very next moment, he says that, but whenever it starts raining and the droplets start falling onto the roof of the poet's house or onto the roof of the house of the poet feels very much pleasant. It gives him amazing pleasure whenever he listens. The sound, the patter of the raindrop. Patter means what? Sound created by raindrop. Tip, tip, tip. So he likes it very much. Especially whenever he press the pillow in his bed and lies listening to the pattern. Whenever he take rest in his bedroom and he listen the sound created by the raindrops, it gives him amazing pleasure. He feels that it is just like a bliss. It is just like a blessing for him. Why does he feel that it is just like a blessing for him? And why does the sound of the raindrops makes him so happy the next moment? Why? We will understand it in second stanza. Let's read the second stanza and try to understand. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start, and 1,000 recollections weave their air threads into woof. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Now, what he says in the next stanza. Every tinkle. Now, what is the meaning of tinkle? Tinkle means here sound of falling raindrop. Tinkle. Light sound. Tinkle means a light sound. A light sound means what? Slow sound. Alright. Now, singles. The next word is what? Singles. It means a kind of roof. Singles means what? A kind of roof. When the roof is made up of asbestos or any other things. You know, you can say sinks means here a roof which is not very much strong, like whenever any raindrops falls on that roof, it creates some sound. So that is what singles, like the asbestos roof. You must have seen that asbestos roof or the thin roof, okay? So, let's understand the meaning. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy big stars. He says that further in the second stanza that every tinkle, every sound created by the raindrops of the falling rain reminds him something and has an echo in the heart. It means here so many old memories start taking place in his mind. He gets lost in dreaming of his childhood memories. He started thinking so many best memories which were associated with his childhood memories, with his family members, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy big starts. So many memories starts coming into his mind, and 1,000 recollections weave their air thread into woof. As I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. Whenever he listens, the every drops of the rain water reminds him very sweet memories, and he enjoys the patter, the sound of the falling raindrops. You know, weave their air threads into woof. As this thread is made, how when the threads are weaved, okay, Okay, zigzag. How the cloth is prepared. Fabric. So as we weave the thread to make the fabric, similarly, so many memories start taking place into the memory of poets, and poets feels very much pleasant. He enjoys it very much, the falling raindrops. He loved to listen the falling raindrops. Now the next para. Now in memories comes my mother. Now you will be able to understand why this falling raindrop is very much special for the poet. You will get answer in this stanza. Now in memory comes my mother, as she used in years agone, to regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me, as I listen to this refrain, which is played upon the singers by the patter of the rain. In the third stanza, the poet discloses the reason, the secret behind the happiness, behind the falling raindrop. He says that whenever he listens the sound of the raindrop, sounds of the falling raindrop, it brings sweet memories in his mind. And who comes in his mind? His mother comes in his mind, and he had so many sweet memories associated with his mother and his siblings, his brothers and sister. And that is why it seems to him that whenever he listens the sound created by the falling raindrop, it seems to him that his mother is looking very, lovingly at him. And that is why he says that this moment is just like a bliss for me. Why? Because there is no more. His mother is dead now. He has only memories associated with his mother. And that is why he had special memories associated with the raindrops. That is why he loved to listen the sound created by the falling raindrop, especially when it falls in the roof of his house. So this was all about the explanation of this poem, Rain on the Roof. In next class, we will discuss the question and answer stanza wise and central idea. Thank you very much.